Hey guys, so yesterday what we did in class was we looked at graphs and we were able to come up with the stories from the graphs. Now what we're going to be doing today is we're going to be looking at the stories themselves in these video clips, and we're going to be creating graphs. So everybody should have their notes. It looks like this, all right? And we're going to go ahead and start. The first two I'm going to do with you, and then I'm going to have you guys do a little bit of them on your own, okay? So we're going to go ahead and get started by watching this video. This video, it's called Height. So what you're going to do is you're going to write height as the title over here, all right? And then as the video goes, I will press pause and we'll talk about what you need to put on this paper, okay? So we're going to start out by looking at the height, actually looking at the actual clip, all right? And then we're going to talk about the clip, and then we're going to graph the clip, graph what's happening on the clip in here, okay? So let's watch the video. All right, and let's put, all right, now they're telling us that the title is the height in meters. That's what we're going to put right here on the side. So on the side, go ahead and put meters. All right, and you can see that they're going up by fives. So I want you guys to write 5, 10, 15, 20, all the way up to 50. All right, so it should look like this. All right, you guys see that? All right, now we're going to watch the video, and then we're going to see it played regularly, and then we're going to see it played in slow motion. And when it's in slow motion, that's when you start making your graph. So let's go ahead and see what it looks like. So it starts out with a girl on the top of these stairs. So they're kind of playing with her, pretending that they're going to push her. All right, she's on a zip line. So she goes past, and then she comes right back, and that's the video, okay? Now, what we're going to do is we're going to watch this again, but it's going to be in slow motion. As you're watching, all right, you're going to be drawing on your paper. Now, I'm just going to give you a hint right now. We're going to start out at 10 feet, okay? All right, we're going to start at 10 feet. As she's moving, you should be drawing on your graph what is happening. Here we go. So there she is at 10 feet. For about 3 seconds, they're messing with her, pretending that they're going to send her up, but they don't. All right. At 5 seconds, she's released. She goes down. She goes up. Then she comes back down. All right, she's coming back down at around 10 seconds. She goes back down to the bottom, and then she reaches to the top. Okay, now you should have this on your paper already because this is what we're trying to do. So what's happening, again, she starts at 10 feet. They're playing with her for about 4 seconds. At 5 seconds, they release her. She reaches to the bottom and starts going back up. She comes back down. But then over here, she ends up at less than 10 because she started out a little bit above 10. She didn't reach the ladder, so that's where it winds up going up to. Okay? So that's what the graph should look like on your paper. Now, for the next video, all right, this one is titled Distance from the Bench. All right, so there we go. So let's go ahead and label the side of your paper. The side of your paper right here, the y-axis, the dependent variable is going to be distance from bench, and it's in feet. So you got to write that down, okay? And then we're going to see what they want us to label them as. All right, so every 2 boxes, they want us to go up by 1. So there's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that's what it should look like on your paper. Each 2 boxes goes up by 1. Okay? Now let's watch the video and see what this graph winds up looking like. So here it is in regular motion. And again, it's distance of the bench from the thing from the bench. Okay, so you see at 10 seconds he starts struggling, but then he was able to get it back up, all right, at the 15. All right. So now, just to give you another hint, this bar is right now 3 feet from the actual bench. Okay. When it reaches his chest, it's 1 foot away from the bench. Okay. So it goes down. All right, then goes back up. All right, at 4 seconds he's down. At 5 seconds he's up. At 6 seconds he's down. 7 seconds he's up. 8 seconds he's down. That's when he starts having trouble, but then he finally gets his momentum back at 13 seconds, and he gets it back up there. All right, so let's see if your graph matches my graph. So here we go. Starts up and then goes down to 1, goes down and up, down and up, down and up. But this is where he starts having the trouble. But then he winds up getting it up there at the last second. Okay, so I hope that your graph matched this graph. All right, now the next one that you're going to do, I'm not going to talk. All right, I'll give you a little bit of hints, but you're going to be doing the whole thing on your own. So again, this one, the bench went down, then up, down and up, down and up. He had struggle over here, and then he finally got it back up to the 3 feet, which is where it started. Okay? All right, now this next one, let me describe to you what it is. All right, this next one, the story is a boy is going to be rolling down the hill, and then another boy is going to tag him wearing red, and then he's going to go back up the hill. Now, this one is called elevation. All right, the elevation is going to be measured by up here. This is the top of the hill. When he gets to the bottom, that's going to be 0. And here's your hint: the top of the hill is 15 feet. So we're going to go ahead and label our X and Y axis. All right, so elevation in feet, and each 2 units you go up by 3. Okay, so this is on the back. So elevation, all right, and it's in feet, and then we're going to have 3, 6, 9, 12, 15. That right there goes on the side, on the y-axis, the dependent variable. So 3, 6, 9, 12, 15, every 2 units. Okay? So let's go ahead and see what happens. All right, so here's the boy at the top of the hill. He's going to roll. So he's going down. All right, he's at the bottom for a few seconds. The kid in the red, he tags him, and then he runs back up. Okay? So now that you've seen what the story is, go ahead and start graphing it on your paper. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Notice he wound up back where the other kid started. Go ahead and try to, hopefully you graphed this already, but try to think about what the graph would look like. All right, so this is where he started. He started at 15. This kid rolls down. All right, at about 5.5 seconds, he's at the floor. This kid doesn't start running up until 8.5 seconds. and then he actually reaches the top where the kid was in the first place. So you can see right here, this is where the first kid started. This is where the second kid ended. They ended at the same point. That's why it stays at the same right there. All right. Hopefully you got that one correct. All right. Now this next one you're going to do on your own. I'm just going to explain a little bit of what the what's happening in the video. So this is distance from home plate. Right, and in this video, the sides are going to be in feet, and you're going to go up by 12s. So if you need to press pause to go up by 12s, you can. All right, that's what the graph looks like. All right, so what we're going to do now is I'm going to let you guys watch the video, and then what you need to do is you need to draw the graph. All right, now I'm going to tell you right now, here's your hint. He's standing at home plate already, so you should start at the origin, because the distance between him and home plate are 0 in the beginning. All right, and the other hint is he's going to wind up back at home plate. So here's the video. That's the last thing I'm going to say. Go ahead and try this one. All right, now it's going to be in slow motion, so this is when you should start drawing it. You just hit first base. Just hit second base. Third base. Now he's running home. All right, hopefully you got that one. So let's see what it looks like. So again, like I was saying, he's starting at home plate, so he's starting at 0. Once he hits first base, his direction changes. All right, then he hits second base, then he starts getting closer to home, and then when he hits third base, he's running directly towards home. So that's what the graph looks like. So this right here represents from home plate to first, from first to third. From first to second, second to third, and then third to home. Okay, again, I hope you got that one correct. All right, I have one more for you. All right, guys, here's the last video. So for this last video, it's called height of waist from ground. All right, and let's go ahead and see what the increments are for the y, for the dependent variable. All right, so the independent is time again. The dependent is height of the waist. And we are going up by 1. So make sure you write that down. Height of waist from ground in feet. We got 1, 2, 3, all the way up to number 10. Okay. Now I'm going to give you the hint right now. He's going to start at 7, and then the lowest point of the swing is going to be 2. All right. So let's take a look at what this looks like. So here's the first clip. In regular motion. So you jumped at 12. All right, so now this is when you should actually be drawing it. Okay, he goes up, comes back. Go ahead and draw the rest on your own. There he goes. All right, so hopefully you got that one correct. Let's see what the graph actually looks like. So like I was saying, he starts at 7. When he goes down, it reaches down, he goes up, down, because that's the motion. Up, down, up, down, up, down, up. He jumps, and then he just stands there. So that's why the waist was at 3 and it stayed at 3. Okay, so I'm going to say it again. All right, so he started up. All right, he got to the bottom, then he went to the front, then he got to the bottom, then he went to the back, bottom, front, bottom, back, bottom, front, and then he jumps off. He lands on his feet. His waist is now 3 feet from the ground, and he stays that way. Now tomorrow is going to be a lot of fun because we're going to be making our own videos and we're going to be graphing them. All right, so see you tomorrow.